Hey everybody, your deity of dynamity. That's right, old Dynamite here with you one more time, aka 10. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we've got another prestigious title on the line. The aka Amateur Welterweight Championship will be decided here tonight, and standing next to me is the challenger in that bout, Hancock County, Mississippi's own Carlos Talavera. Carlos, long way from home, big cage, big show. Are you prepared for tonight?
Oh yeah, man. I'm prepared for any fight. That's what I'm here to do, just to fight. You know, every fight and any fight.
Now, I've had the privilege of calling several of your fights, being part of it. This man is locked, cocked, and ready to rock. He is game every time he steps into the cage. But you got your hands full tonight with a very talented fighter in Michael Manno. He is the current reigning champion. And also, he's got the home field advantage here tonight. This is his town, his crowd. How does that affect you when you're inside the cage? This isn't like any other sporting contest where the crowd can really play into it. But does that affect you guys mentally inside that cage?
Sometimes, but most of the time not really, man, because you're just in there, everything blocks out. It's just you and your corner, man, and then just ready to go in there and fight. It's just a fight, anybody's fight.
Now, Carlos, you got a big title on the line here tonight. Is there anything else you've done different for this fight as opposed to any other fight you train for?
Just a lot more cardio, man. Just constantly working.
Make sure the lungs and the heart are ready to beat and take that championship home. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the current reigning and defending, a.k.a. Amateur Welterweight Champion, the hometown hero, Shreveport's favorite son. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Manno here right now. Michael, a hard-fought victory when you won that belt here at a.k.a. Now you're the champion. Now the target's on your back. Everybody's gunning for you. First big test tonight. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels great, man. I've always had to come up from, being the underdog, and I just love everything about that aspect. And now I'm the big kid, and it's my jungle gym. I'm about to push him out.
So tell us about what you're thinking tonight. A little bit of some physical differences between you and Carlos. Carlos a little longer and leaner, a little lighter on his feet, but you're a little stronger, a little stockier, I think more muscular of the two. So I think in the ground game as far as takedown and stuff, you might have a little bit of an advantage there. But in the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and such like that with the long reach and also in the stand-up game, how do you look to counter some of that?
I've always brought in tall people to work with, and I've been working a lot of boxing. It's a lot tougher. It's a lot meaner because there's no weighting, there's no kicking, there's just throwing hands. And I really learned a lot from fighting Josh Thompson, fighting Ugly Man Joe back when we were still amateurs. And I just really got the science down for fighting tall fighters. And it doesn't really matter if it's tall fight or short fight or I'm just gonna see where it goes and play all my skills into the game.
Well, don't blink an eye. Don't go to sleep on this one, ladies and gentlemen. This could be a show stealer. Later on here tonight, the Amateur Welterweight Championship on the line. Mississippi's own Carlos Talavera taking on the hometown hero, Captain Shreve product Michael Manno, tonight at AKA 10 here at the Horseshoe River Dome.
Michael Manno with his game face on and ready to do war.
Both of these guys, look at that stare from Carlos Talavera.
From what I hear, they had a pretty interesting, face-off yesterday at the weigh-ins, man. A little bit of friction there, so I think we can be looking forward to some serious action from both of these guys.
Fight getting underway now. Carlos Talavera coming out, starting with a low kick, switches stances. Let's see what Michael Manno does with the southpaw stance. He doesn't look super comfortable standing in front of it. Manno looking like he's trying to keep his range, but he's making the mistake of putting his back on the fence. He needs to come out and take the center.
And usually Manno's the one that drives, and pushes the pace.
And these guys, their game is constantly changing, and Manno's been boxing, so he's trying some different things out there, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But he's got a tough competitor standing in front of him, I assure you of that. Nice feint from Carlos. Manno
for the single leg.
Nice single leg takedown. Carlos has a nice tight arm-in guillotine, but Manno's a good grappler. I don't think he's going to let this get finished when he's out. Inside control with his left arm there. Looks like he's just trying to posture up here, maybe do some damage, possibly pass the guard.
Nice little body shots, rack up the points while they're on the ground there.
Carlos Talavera with a butterfly hook with his right side, but he's really not on his hip or trying to extend it or do anything. Now it looks like he's trying to go to full guard. Michael Manno passing to half guard. Has the underhook. This is a good spot for Michael Manno. Griggs, anytime we're in this position, I'm always looking for if guys are keeping people flat on their back. If I have somebody flat on their back, I know I've got them right where they want them. When they're on their hip, they're mobile, they're capable of movement. But right here, Michael Manno doing a good job laying on him like a lead blanket.
Yeah, definitely really heavy.
I know Manno's being patient here, but 3-minute rounds as an amateur, there's not much time to work, and he's in a good position here. He really needs to start to accumulate some damage. The thing I don't want to see him do is give up position for a submission. And Manno's on the back. Way to float to the back. Good transition by Michael Manno. Took his time there, waited for Carlos to explode and just floated right to his back. Now he has both hooks in and he's in a really good spot.
He seems to be, being a lot more patient in this fight, man.
Super patient, but you got to be careful. We're in a good position now. We got 15 seconds to finish. Carlos Talavera is just biding his time. He's not going to make a mistake here to lose this fighter. 10 seconds to go. Manno with the good position. Both guys relaxed. I like the patience, but we have to have some urgency in certain positions.
Yeah, definitely. The round kind of slowed down a little bit there at the end, but I have a feeling that once they come out of their corners, talking to their coach, these guys are going to come out with guns blazing.
Well, Carlos was doing a good job in the early part of that round, and I think he knows he lost that round. He got held down and controlled, and he's got to think that he's down a round. I would like to see him come out guns a-blazing. You're absolutely right. We'll see what happens. Carlos was having some good success on his feet, had some good things going for him. Manno looked a little uncomfortable, so if Carlos can keep it at the right range, I think it can continue to give Manno problems, but it's obvious that Manno has a distinct grappling advantage.
Oh yeah, definitely. When all else fails, Manno can always take it to the ground. He's very well versed on the ground and very comfortable when it comes to the ground game.
Absolutely.
And rightfully so with a team like SMAA.
Second round getting underway now.
Touch to the gloves, and here we go.
And they got a little theme music too. Let's go.
That's got to get you pumped up when you're throwing hands.
Oh, we lifted a high kick up. It's interesting to me how much changes when Carlos switches to the southpaw stance, and that indicates to me that Manno's very uncomfortable fighting southpaws. And look, he switched to mirror the southpaw stance, and I don't blame him. Try, if you're having a hard time, try something. Something's better than nothing. But
yeah,
you can see he's a different fighter when Carlos comes out in that southpaw stance. Looks very uncomfortable.
Oh, nice
hard.
Solid leg kick.
I think that was a calf kick too, and those add up quickly.
Oh.
Just like that, Manno times a takedown, scores, and now he's on top again. Looks like he's going to jump over this little half guard situation here once again.
Trying to flatten him out, stay pretty heavy there. Doing a really good job, as only Michael Manno can.
Michael Manno moving him out. It's a good position. He's got a minute and a half to work here. Now he's to the back.
Slipping to the back.
Listen, same type of transition. Manno doing a good job to take the back, but now we need a little urgency here. It's time to finish. We got a minute and 20 seconds. Let's start to work to get a finish here.
Doesn't quite have it in there. Looking more like a neck crank than anything there.
Yeah, he's got to be careful here. He does not have it over his neck, and though it's painful and Carlos might tap, if Carlos is a really tough guy, he's not going to tap, and Manno's got to be careful because it will gas him out.
And very smart move going ahead and letting it go, not having it under the chin and in tight like that. He realized he didn't have the position for it. It wasn't in tight enough, and he let it go rather than burn his arms out.
Now he's got it a little more under the chin, and this is looking more promising. But again, Carlos Talavera dropping his chin.
doing a really good job of defending.
Anytime I'm in a position like this, I want to make sure the guy's not on top of me. I want to rock to one side or the other. Since Manno's choking with his right hand, it would behoove him to put him towards that choking hand rather than have him this opposite way. He doesn't have gravity working with him, and it's not impossible to finish this choke. It's just less probable.
Yeah, it's a lot more difficult to sink it in like he really needs to get the tap.
Looks like they're laughing about something, having a good old time.
Well, you know, they say if you can have a job doing what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. These guys seem to be having a ball in here.
As somebody who does what he loves, I can attest to that, absolutely.
So now from your point of view, going into this next round, you know, if you're Manno's coach, what do you tell him coming into this round?
Much of the same. We need to close the distance and score a takedown. I think he's done a good job, but like I said before, he was a little uncomfortable on the feet, especially in that southpaw stance. So Manno needs much of the same. He needs to change levels, score a takedown, get on top. Third round starting now. Michael Manno coming out with some vigor. Starts to pump his jab out early.
Well, you know, he's really got to turn it up if he doesn't want Talavera to go home with that title.
And it looks like Talavera knows that he's obviously down by a couple of rounds, and he's really trying to make something happen here. And I like to see that from young fighters. A sense of urgency. He knows he's behind. He knows he needs a finish now, and he's really hunting for it.
Oh.
And again, Manno seems to be hurt. He's caught a good clean shot there.
Oh, nice kick. Seems like Talavera kind of has Manno off his game a little bit.
I think Talavera actually has the gas advantage right now. Manno had his back there and squeezing, and it's taxing physically. And though Talavera was in a bad spot, he wasn't working as hard as Michael Manno was. And it's quite obvious that Manno is a little tired right now.
Yeah, he's breathing a little heavy through the mouth there.
A nice, hard, sharp jab. Needs to loosen it up, let him go a little more. Nice work by Talavera, good kicks. Talavera making an error there because, you know, even though the kick might not have done much damage, it did graze the cup, and Manno gets as much as 5 minutes here. That's why you got to be careful with your weapons, more precise. Plant that straight left hand like you were earlier. Don't just flip those kicks up. Now we got 5 minutes. Manno's a tough kid, though, says he's ready to go.
Touch of the gloves, and we're back at it.
I like Michael Manno. You know, that was a great moment. He could have taken time, and he's obviously tired. He could have taken all the time he wanted right there, and he didn't. That shows character to me, and I'm appreciative of that.
Yeah, Manno's always been a true warrior, that's for sure.
Talavera coming back with a nice, sharp, low kick. I'd like him to focus on his hands right now. He's doing a good job of landing some good strikes, and he really needs to knock Manno out here. I don't think he's going to submit Michael Manno.
And there we go with the takedown. Nice for Manno.
Manno scores a takedown right into half guard, and he's in a good position. Again, he's got Carlos flat on his back. I can't see Carlos doing much from here.
Well, thought I was going to see that slip to the back again.
Carlos doing a good job. We're in the third round now, though. It's a little hard to explode, and he needs to get to one hip and work through the position. Manno scoots to the back one more time. Carlos a talented guy, but green in certain areas, and Manno making him pay for it. You got to work through positions one step at a time like an equation. You can't just explode and push and get a big, strong guy like Michael Manno off of you.
Yeah, once you get a guy like Manno on you, it's hard to get him off. That's
Manno
for sure.
going for an armbar here. Now he ends up on bottom. Wasn't a bad time to go for the armbar. He's won this round, but still, here he is. He's on bottom. Triangle goes up. That's
triangle.
tight. Talavera doing a good job. Man, Talavera is tough. Young man is tough, if nothing else. Manno going for submissions, doing his best, grappling hard. Nice fight. Good fight from these two guys.
Right. So, at the end of this title fight, Danger, how do you see the judge? What do you think the judges are going to say?
I got to think this is a 30-27 decision for Michael Manno. Carlos Talavera had some great moments and obviously a talented kid, but has some things to work on. Manno was able to take control of the opportunities and end up on top. Got to think he won the round.
Well, you know, from the looks of it, you know, with the strap motion that he was doing there, I think he may think that he did enough to pull out this win.
Sometimes we just try to convince ourselves, you know. And Carlos fought a great fight. I'm not trying to take it away from him, but by my estimation, I've been looking at these things for a while now. Looks like a 30-27 unanimous decision for Michael Manno.
There's that shiny, beautiful new title.
I'm going to go to Dynamite now, see what the decision is.
Let's hear it for both of these warriors, ladies and gentlemen. After 3 rounds of hooking and jabbing, slamming and banging, hanging and banging, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the judges' scorecard. Judge number 1 scores this fight 29-28, Manno. Judge number 2 scores this fight 30-27, Talavera. Your third and final judge scores this fight 29-28, all in favor, split decision for your winner. And still, AKA Amateur Welterweight Champion, Michael Manno.
Great fight by these two guys. Awesome performance by Michael Manno. Good performance by Talavera too. I'm sure these guys will make the necessary adjustments, and we'll see both of them back in the cage here relatively soon.
Congratulations to Michael Manno.
Coach Blake Franklin, Chad Eisel, and Coach Wayne Knutson there in his corner. Great group of guys.